Who will be the star pupil this year, and who will end up with a clip around the ear? Who is it that could do much more, and who is it that will be shown the door? The Liverpool FC end of season school report brought to you from the LFC File. Roll the intro. Welcome back one and all, and welcome to the LFC Files Liverpool FC end of season school report. This is something that is often done on the blog, and of course with the rest of the effort, I thought I'd bring it to the screen of YouTube. So without further ado, let's begin. I'd like to of course thank everyone for the continued support for the last videos. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your colleagues, put a little advert in the local newspaper if that still exists, and let's grow the community together. So thanks very much for that. I'm dressed in a shirt today. It's not because I'm pretending to be a teacher. It's just that I'm taking a quick break from the day job to bring this to you. So without further ado, let's begin. So Alisson, very good kid this year. Made very few mistakes, made a lot of progress. His handling of all the subjects has been top class. I would give him an A-. Calvin Keller done very well when asked, when called upon. I would give him a B+. Unfortunately, he hasn't had the chance to shine in the class because, of course, Alisson Becker has been taking the limelight. Adrian, third goalkeeper, actually, unfortunately, he's been absent for most of the season. I don't think he's even shown up in class, so actually we'll give him a C+. It's not really his fault, but it seems as if he's not really been fancied by the tutor. So centre-backs in the class, we've got Virgil van Dijk. Could have done a bit better this year. Was absent due to illness last school year. This year seems to have really picked up towards the end of the school year. I'd say a B+. Ibrahima Konate, very good prospect. He's learning all the lessons very well. He's making a lot of progress. I would say, I'd even go as far as to say a B+. He's done very well. Has been a little bit shaky in some lessons, but overall very consistent. Next we've got Joe Gomez. Oof. Yeah, Joe's been a bit poor, I have to say. Last year his work was much better. This year, it's not been that great. I'll have to give him a C. He's not really done very well, as has Joe. Joel Matip, again, he's been ill quite a lot, as usual. When he's played at the beginning of the school year, he played very well. Later on, he's kind of fallen off a bit. And actually, young Ibrahima has had to do a lot of the work for him. So I would give Joel a D+. Sorry. Nathaniel Phillips has been absent for the entire year. Not really his fault, but the other class members have actually been a bit more prominent, and he hasn't really got a chance. So therefore, I'd give him a D. Who else have we got? Right at left back, we've got Andrew Robertson. A very consistent year. Could have been better in some lessons, but overall, I think he's been very good. I'll give him a B. Konstantinos Tsimikas. Yeah, he's done very well when called upon. I'll give him a B-. He could be physically a bit better, but it could be worse as well. So I'll give him a B-. I think he's done very well overall. Right back, we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold. Had a bit of a shaky start to the school year. Overall has done very, very well in the last few months of the year, I have to say. His effort has been outstanding. Now he's been given some new tasks. He's excelled fantastically. So I would give Trent an A. Definitely worth it. Calvin Ramsey, another one. He's been sick for most of the school year, so there's not really much to say for him. Yeah, I'll give him a C-, I guess. When he has played, he's showed some glimpses of potential, but a lot more schoolwork to be done and expected for next year. We have Firmino in defensive midfield. Yeah, fairly average season, improved towards the end of the school year. Again, could have done better, but most of the class, he's actually stepped up in the last few lessons of the school year. I would give him, yeah, I'd say a C+ for Firmino. Who else? Curtis Jones has done exceptionally well due to the illness of a couple of other pupils who will come on to shortly. He's absolutely stepped up. His homework has been brilliant. His work in the classroom has been absolutely fantastic. I will give Curtis actually an A-, simply because I think it will be a good encouragement for him and a springboard for next season. Next up, we've got Naby Keita. What can I say? The guy's just never there, never in class. When he is in class, he has to either go to the toilet or he's sick. So, yeah, I have to say, yeah, a D for Naby. I'm sorry, Naby, it's just not been good enough. Also, Thiago, another one. He's been in lessons slightly more, I can say, than Naby Keita, but not much more. And his work has generally been sloppy. A C-, and that's been generous. That's been generous. After that, we've got Jordan Henderson, a mainstay of the classroom. Again, a shaky start to the year, which is the same for the whole class, to be fair. Quite inconsistent. In the second half of the school year, he's done very well. When called upon, absolutely reliable. I'll give Jordan a B. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, again absent for most of the school year. I think actually he's been bunking off. So I'll give Alex a D. James Milner, one of the elder members of the class, would have thought he would have left the school by now, but he's still hanging on, and we've benefited from his experience, and he's been a very steadfast pupil. What can you say? We're going to miss him. He's leaving at the end of the season, along with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, and also Mr. Firmino, who we'll come on to later. So for James, I will give a B- simply because of his reliability and his well, I wouldn't say he's the teacher's pet or anything, but he's really done well this year. So well done, James. B. Hello, Carvalho. Yeah, I think he spends too much time on social media instead of concentrating on his homework. But when he has played, he has done very well, I have to say. Been very impressed with him. A little bit light on the physical education side, but hopefully that can get better next year with some extra time in the gym. It could be that he goes to another school as he's going to get a bit more consistent school lesson time, but let's see. Overall, a lot of potential. I will give Fabio a C+. Luis Diaz, he's been sick for most of the season and the school year, but when he has come back, he's actually done very well. A little bit rusty. He's forgotten a lot of the content, but his willingness to pick it up and to get stuck into the work has been exemplary. So I'll give Luis a B-. Next, we've got Diogo Jota, also sick for most of the school year and the season. What can I say? Again, another one. He's forgotten some of his lines. He's actually been pretty good when called upon, especially in the last few games of the season. Very, very dependable last few lessons. His homework has been excellent. Schoolwork, brilliant. Handed in a couple of exceptional bits of homework. I have to say, exceptional bits of homework, and it's actually saved the class on 1 or 2 occasions. So I would give Diogo an A-. Next, we've got Mo Salah. Mo, what can I say? Excellent student. Struggled at the beginning of the season, has to be said. But since, after Christmas, he's really come into his own. He's handed in some excellent bits of work. He's probably collected the most A's in the whole school year season than any other pupil. So what can I say? I'll give Mo an A-. Next, we have Harvey Elliott, another youngster who's stepped up from the infants. Good young lad, got a lot of potential. The last few games, he seems to have had a bit more of a maturity about his work. Homework has been steady, schoolwork steady, can do better. Let's see what he does next year. But I'll give Harvey a B-. I think he's done well overall. Darwin Núñez, another one. quite inconsistent. He's been quite sick for most of the year. His homework, a lot of it has been very good. His schoolwork, some has been absolutely excellent. He's handed in some brilliant pieces. So a lot of potential for next year. We're expecting a lot from Darwin. I'll give him a B+. Lastly, and definitely not least, we have Roberto Firmino, who will also be leaving the school this year. Unfortunately, he's been an excellent student of the game. He's been a great help to the class early on in the school year and the season when everybody struggled. He was there chipping in with some excellent work. I can give Roberto an A- and just say that he's been a great servant, and we're all going to miss him. There's been a couple of tears in the class, also from Roberto himself. What can I say? It's been a pleasure, Roberto. We're going to miss you, lad. So the star pupil this year is actually, I would say it's out of Alisson and Trent. I would just say Alisson shades it because he's saved the rest of the class members on a number of times this season. He has made a couple of balls ups, but this can happen when you're at the back of the class. Trent has been absolutely fantastic. I'm looking forward to him taking on the new tasks next year. I think he's going to be a big contender for the pupil of the year next year. That brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you've liked the report. Please like, subscribe. Remember to follow on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and of course good old-fashioned www.thelfcfile.com. So thanks again. Remember, spread the word. Let's grow the community. And we've got another Good, Bad and the Ugly podcast coming up next week to, let's see where we are with a couple of the upcoming transfers and the speculation. So thanks again. Thanks for coming. And until next time, peace. The LFC File.